Hi, welcome to part 2 of my interview with Dr. Michael Klaper. This interview will be in English with Spanish subtitles, so no matter if you speak English or Spanish, you will be able to understand. Hola gente bonita, en caso de que aún no hayan visto la primera parte de esta entrevista, se los voy a dejar por aquí arriba y pineado abajo en los comentarios para que lo vayan a ver.
Or should we consider a supplement?
Very important question. I strongly urge your viewers to do exactly what you said. And you say the easy logic is, well, it can't be a natural healthy diet if you've got to take a supplement.
Pero mientras tanto, vamos a empezar con esta segunda parte de la entrevista.
You are constantly giving, interviews like this one and lectures to medical students. You even have your YouTube channel and webinars. How do you deal with the constant critique about cherry picking when presenting data? How can we trust reports that go against the plant-based diet, the typical trendy diet like paleo that you mentioned before, or the keto diet?
Oh, such an important question. We have to keep in mind that the experienced clinicians of the world are all saying the same thing. I just was at the meeting of the Plantrition Project. Tonight I'm going up to Orlando for the American College of Lifestyle Medicine. I was just over in London for the British Society of Lifestyle Medicine, the Latin American Society of Lifestyle Medicine, the Polish Society of Lifestyle Medicine, the Indonesian. Doctors around the world, we're all seeing the same thing. You get people on healthy, whole food, plant-based diets, and within days, the obesity starts to melt away, and the arteries open up, and the high blood pressure comes down, and the joints stop hurting, and the asthmatic lungs stop wheezing so much, and the migraine headaches get better, and the colitis and inflamed colons settle down, and normal bowel function returns, and they turn into normal, healthy people again that don't need a lot of pills and potions. Don't tell us this isn't happening. When you say I'm not cherry picking, we're trying to explain what we're seeing. We're all seeing that a healthy, not soft drinks and cookies, but a healthy whole food, plant-based diet makes people lean and healthy. It's not an issue any longer. And the studies are all showing that. Nobody has published a study saying they put someone on a whole food plant-based diet, they got more obese and more diabetic and their cholesterol went up. You don't see those studies. That's not what happens. So it's not a matter of cherry picking in that way, in that the phenomenon is solid physiology. Now, what about the paleo diets and the keto and all these folks? Like my friend Dr. John McDougall said, people love to hear good news about bad habits. It's okay to eat meat. Oh, it's okay to eat all that salt, all that sugar. It's okay. It's not bad for you. And
Yes.
Talking about cherry picking, what's really happening, and it's very disturbing among us plant-based doctors, is this. The paleo folks, rightly so, and the keto folks, they say they get great results on their diet, and they do. People lose weight, their cholesterol levels get better, their diabetes gets better. They say, see, this is a healthy diet.
But that happens in a short period of time, right?
Doctor, very good. That's the point. Because the paleo folks say some things I agree with, that no caveman ever milked a dairy cow, so they're down on dairy. No caveman ever squeezed the fat out of olives, they're down on oils.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no caveman ever ground wheat into flour and made donuts. And so you eliminate the dairy, the oil, and the flour products from most people's diet, they will get leaner, they'll trim down. And that weight loss will make their diabetes better, it will make their cholesterol better. Yay, that's good. But as you rightly said, and as I tell the doctors I lecture to, do not get seduced by these early beneficial changes. That's a good thing expected from the weight loss. But you are telling this person to pack their intestinal tract full of meat 2-3 times a day after day after day, like most people do, for 20 years. Question is, what else What other diseases are you spawning? What are you doing? Are you going to be around, doctor, in 10 years when this person passes his first bloody stool from the colon cancer your diet spawned? You're going to be around in 12 years when this lady has her stroke from the carotid artery plaque that your diet has spawned. You're going to be around in 12 years when this guy's joints light up from his inflammatory arthritis, from the leaky gut, from all the pathogen bacteria that the meat-based diet has spawned. You guys aren't going to be around. Oh, eat paleo, eat keto, and then you never see these patients again. But meanwhile, these people follow this very abnormal diet. We're not carnivorous apes. We never ate meat 3 times a day throughout human history. And this is a great way. These folks are, as far as I can see as a clinician, these folks are setting themselves up for an epidemic of colon cancer and clogged arteries and heart attacks and strokes and colitis and autoimmune disease and type 2 diabetes and dementia. This is not a healthy diet for human beings. We are basically simian creatures. We came down the same evolutionary tree as our bonobo and gorilla cousins did, and they're up in the trees eating leaves and fruit. They're plant-eating creatures. They've got a plant-eating digestive system, and so do we. And we have no right, physiologic right at least, to be packing our intestines full of meat 3 times a day. Not even mountain lions do that. Not even tigers do that. They eat it once a week. But this nonstop flesh eating is going to spawn an epidemic of horrible diseases. But the paleo folks, they'll be onto something else. And I think they're doing great damage with this. So as you implied, I tell doctors, don't get seduced by these early beneficial changes. This is not a sustainable diet. Plant-based diets, we know from the blue zones, will last you 100 years. You can live in lots of centenarians.
And it doesn't have to be 100% because I think
No.
some of those people even eat some fish, right?
Absolutely. So, and I haven't used the word vegan here. That's a very pure philosophy. But no, you don't have to be 100% pure vegan in your diet. You want to have a little bit piece of meat once or twice a week. It's probably not going to cause you any great harm. But a flesh-based diet where every meal is centered around a piece of animal muscle and packing your intestines full of that 3 times a day is a recipe for disease and death, as far as I can see. And they're going to learn that one the hard way. There's already articles showing up in the medical journals that paleo diets have more TMAO in their blood, and you're going to see paleo diets associated with colon cancer, paleo diets associated with dementia. You're going to see these studies showing up because it's the truth of it. So cherry picking, as long as you stay in the plant-based world, the studies are going to support you. How can they not, really?
Yes, I think really is that when you try to explain people about what science says, and you say, well, I follow a plant-based diet as well, they think you have a bias towards that. And of course I have a bias because I have seen the data and I can check for myself I'm healthy right now.
Yes, exactly. That's the point. And, none is so blind as he who will not see. Oh, you're going to take away my, my steak. You're going to take away my, no, but we're inviting you to eat in like your body really is desiring you to do. We are plant-eating creatures. Eat a predominantly whole food, plant-based diet. And meat should be a little bit on the side if you want a couple times a week. But that's it. Eat plants and you're going to get lean and healthy. I'm thinking of having a T-shirt made up saying, "Eat plants, eat plants, and get on with it."
100% plant.
Look at that! Yes, exactly. Very good. You're 100% plant-based material, all plant-based material. Exactly. I'm going to eat plants and get on with it. Because that's really at this point what it comes down to. For every reason you can think of, for the planet, for the kids, for your own health, for the animals, eat plants and get on with it.
Yes, I have a very interesting question from a follower in our Facebook page. He wants to know about life expectancy. Is there any best-in-class study that clearly shows this is the best diet and comparing the diets between an American diet, Mediterranean, plant-based, something to easily tell this diet will allow me to live healthier and longer?
Well, there's no question that these diets will let you live healthier. They make your arteries more wide open. They help inflammation subside, and we see this low-grade percolating inflammatory reaction in our tissues drive so many diseases, from everything from arthritis to depression. Well, that will subside. So it's clearly going to make you healthier. Will it make you live longer? I don't know. We're living in modern times here. There's a couple of confounding factors. One is that very few people are raised as vegans from birth. Mm-hmm. And you've come to it after a plant-based diet after 30 years, 40 years of eating the standard animal-based processed sugary oily diet. And so there's already been damage done. Has that shortened your lifespan? We only make it to 85 instead of 105. Maybe has some cancer been spawned in childhood from all the hot dogs people are eating that suddenly shows up at age 50? Maybe. And plus it's modern life. There are everything from air pollution to traffic accidents to stress. No one knows. There's going to be no ironclad guarantees that eat tofu and you'll live to be 100. You can't really say that. But there's no question that the vegans have fewer diseases. You're going to wind up with fewer visits to your doctor's office. Your odds are you're not going to have a stroke. You're not going to have a heart attack.
Well, not my doctor, probably.
Yeah, the doctors are going to have the heart attack. It sounds. He already got diabetes, most likely. And he's got clogged arteries, and that's his ultimate tragedy there. But that takes us down another path there. But if you're looking for these ironclad numbers, it's hard to draw that. People say, "Oh, I'm vegetarian," but they only became vegetarian 2 weeks ago. But they're in the studies, and then they die at age 70. Aha! See, he was vegetarian and he died at age 70. Well, but you don't really know about these people's earlier lives, and it almost doesn't matter at this point. A plant-based diet is clearly the healthier diet. The standard Western, the very act of cooking animal muscle oxidizes cholesterol, creates free radicals, and injures the walls of the arteries. Steamed carrots and raw papayas, when they go through the bloodstream, they send the message to the artery walls: shh, calm down, everything's okay. They are anti-inflammatory. They promote tissue repair. It's not an issue. Eating a plant-based diet is the healthier diet, and the less processed, the better. And you want to have a little meat from time to time, but don't base every meal around animal flesh. It's a diet of death, and there's good evidence that shows that.
Yes, I think plant-based diet is the best gift you can give to your body and to your health. Of course, you need to take in consideration your habits, if you exercise or not.
Absolutely.
Everything, because it's not only one thing, but it helps. It's really
absolutely.
Really helps.
It's the main pillar, no doubt. But how much sleep you get, whether you're in a happy relationship, whether you're got clean water to drink, there's so many other factors involved in ultimate long lifespan. But there's no question it's a healthy diet, and hard to see that it's not the healthiest, given what it does to bodies and planets.
Yeah, I think I'm the best representation of that, according to what I have, because I have an autoimmune disease, lupus. I guess you know what lupus is,
right? I sure do.
And my most popular video on my channel is the one I talk about how going vegan, plant-based, changed my life. It gave me back my health. I was really, really sick. I was taking a bunch of pills, and tomorrow I'll be running my first half marathon. That for me is like a reminder that I have the control over my body, over my health, and I'm really, really happy. And due to that video, I have a lot of followers with some kind of autoimmune disease. And I think this was the most popular question on my social media. Well, I think we know the answer, and this is kind of a rhetorical question. But what is the best diet for autoimmune disease? Can we really reverse or go to remission by changing the diet? And I think I want you to focus on your answer about when people that think, oh, there's nothing I can do because my genetics, I already have this. people that might have diabetes or cholesterol, it's really a difference on your diet, or is your genetic the one who runs the show in these cases?
Oh, such a powerful question. And congratulations on regaining your health and sharing this with your followers. That's so wonderful. So a couple of things. These diseases, the obesity, the diabetes, clogged arteries, autoimmunity, etc., we think, medical problems, etc. These should not happen. You raise a child on a healthy plant-based diet and you just flood their system day after day with fresh fruits and vegetables and quinoa and lentils and that's it. Okay, keep the processed foods out of there. That child, she's going to grow up lean and healthy, and there's no reason that her arteries are going to clog. There's no reason she's going to get obese. There's no reason she's going to develop diabetes. These are diseases from our Western diet. So realize that when you say, can people really get past it? These were caused by what these people are eating. Yes, they have control over it. The diabetes goes away. Lupus goes away. These diseases go away on a healthy plant-based diet. And so people need to know, I've got another plaque in my office that says it's the food. It's what you've been eating.
Yes, I saw that on one of your videos.
Exactly. And so people, first of all, the first step in empowering yourself is to realize it's the food you're eating that's really driving these diseases. It's the fat that's clogging the insulin receptors, causing the obesity and the diabetes. And as far as the lupus goes, you got rid of yours adopting a plant-based diet. Why did that happen? Oh, it's this mysterious autoimmune disease. No, it's not. So many people have gotten past it when they've gone to plant-based diets. Why? Because in lupus, you've got antibodies created that are cruising your bloodstream looking for connective tissue, largely collagen and the nuclei of your tissues. Why did the body create these antibodies? Well, could it have something? Maybe if you're eating somebody else's body, if you're chewing on the muscle of a cow or the muscle of a chicken, and fragments of those proteins get out into your bloodstream, now you got the tissue, you got the proteins and nucleic acids of another animal, another species floating through your bloodstream. What do you think your immune system is going to do? It's going to make antibodies against it, like we would a virus or a bacteria. And so we create these antibodies against the animal muscle that then cruise our body looking for muscle to lock onto and connect to tissue. And they find it in your own body, and you get this autoimmune disease. But again, this is not a natural process, and I've never seen it in someone who's been raised as vegan since birth. And the people who make the transition you did, and can stop the exposure to the animal muscle altogether. Just stop it, and quit praying the immune system day after day with cow protein and chicken protein and fish. Let all that subside, and instead bathe your tissues with soup after salad after green veggies that bathe the tissue with these antioxidant molecules that promote tissue inflammation, that let inflammation subside, that promote tissue repair and restoration, and let inflammation subside. It's like computer talk. It's the difference between 1 and 0. You pull out the meat, throw in the plants, and everything changes, and the inflammation subsides. Are you familiar with Dr. Brooke Goldner? Do you know that name?
Of course, from
yes. Okay. And Goodbye Lupus. And Dr. Goldner was a doctor who developed nasty lupus, headed for dialysis machine. She did the same thing. She pulled out the animal products.
I started my journey thanks to her.
Exactly.
She had lupus and she reversed.
Exactly. And her wonderful green smoothies bathe those tissues with all these antioxidants. And then goodbye lupus, and that's the whole point. These aren't mysterious curses from a wrathful God. This is the body responding to the wrong diet. It's like putting diesel fuel in your gasoline burning engine. Well, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to clog it up and cause it to misfire. And that's what these animal-based foods do. So absolutely, it's not a could it, would it. It's almost 100%. Yes, these diseases should get better with the diet we were meant to eat. You don't see gorillas with lupus, because they eat plants, and that's the important thing. Is when we break that boundary, the species boundary, and start eating flesh, that these diseases get visited upon us.
So, in short, you think this is the best diet even for autoimmune disease?
Oh, there's no question that's what to do. If someone has headaches, and say, when do you get headaches? Oh, every time I hit myself in the head with a hammer. Well, stop doing that, and the headaches will go away. Well, my body's all inflamed. Every time I eat these cow muscles, my muscles get inflamed. Well, stop doing that, and it'll get better. And I had a professor in medical school. It said medicine is 10% science and 90% common sense, and really, it certainly applies.
But common sense is not really that common.
Not so common. Not so common. Tu inglés es mucho mejor que mi español. Muy impresivo. Sí, lo siento. High school Spanish only. Go ahead.
Hopefully, if you come to Spain, you will be able to practice more.
Sí, es necesario practicar y practicar, sí, por supuesto.
I could take you some very good vegan places.
I'll take you up on that.
We have a date.
Oh, I'll bet. Okay. I'll trust you.
And just to finish, some of my followers are give me 1 second. I got a bit nervous because of the... Okay. Just to finish, some of my followers already have a plant-based diet, but some of them are just trying to make the transition or just trying to eat healthier, even if they have animal products. What advice do you have for them?
Sure. Okay. I would tell them, listen, your body is never not looking. Okay, there's no fooling it. It knows what you eat, and you want to bathe your tissues with these lovely plant-based nutrients as much as you can. So knowing that, at least once a day, have a big, fresh, colorful salad. Like Dr. Furman says, the salad is the main dish. We need those fresh live vegetables. So have a big, colorful salad every day. Have green and yellow should be your favorite colors. Have something dark and green, and like kale, chard, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, something dark and green, and something yellow, carrots, squash, sweet potatoes, yams. Have something green and yellow every day in a soup or in a steamed side dish, etc. And if you're not hungry, don't eat. Just drink water. We need more water and less food by and large. Take a walk every day, laugh a lot. And go to websites. Go to Forks Over Knives, go to pcrm.org, go to my website, drklaper.com, and you'll see lots of information there. Educate yourself. It's really, really important.
Well, thank you so much. I think that covers everything I wanted to talk about today. I got so many questions for you, but I have to stick with the most relevant ones.
Oh, let's do this again, and we'll go to the other question. Absolutely.
But anyways, I'm sure that people will be able to find some of those answers on your YouTube channel or your webinars. Yes. So I will put the links down below in my video.
Great.
And well,
thank you.
Thank you so much, and even for what you do about talking to medical students and bringing awareness about nutrition is really, really important.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Por la vida. Sí.
And if you come to Spain,
yes, you'll hear from me. Indeed.
Bueno, y ahora sí, esto era lo que faltaba de la entrevista. Muchísimas gracias a todos los que dejaron sus preguntas para el Dr. Klaper a través de mis redes sociales. En verdad que eran muchísimas preguntas y solamente pude incluir algunas de ellas, pero estoy segura de que las restantes van a quedar para una próxima entrevista. Y por supuesto, muchísimas gracias al Dr. Klaper por darnos un ratito de su tiempo para compartir sus conocimientos y su simpatía. No dejen de pasarse por el canal del Dr. Klaper, compartan si este video les fue útil y nos vemos en la próxima. ¡Chao! Si te gustan este tipo de videos y la información que comparto, considera suscribirte.